Okay, I think we got it worked out. Can you see me okay?
Yep.
Great.
Okay,
Okay.
I'm gonna mute.
Yep. Everybody's muted. Okay, and you can drop your questions or comments in the chat, and we'll have Q&A in a minute. So I quickly wanted to go over this with you guys. Steep your tea, and I try to draw a tea bag there, but it stands for thoughts, energy, and action. And we went over this in depth in the inner circle, but now we're going to do just a quick mini session here on this for the boot camp. So the thoughts, energy, and action is your T formula. So I want you guys to think about how you're starting your day, ending your day by doing the reflection exercises that we talked about. But also, what you guys are going to do is during the day, you're going to practice stepping back into the intention that you set. So we're really going to focus on what are our thoughts producing, because we're going to look at this from a result standpoint, an empowered view. What are my thoughts producing? What is my energy producing? What are my actions producing? So what we were talking about yesterday on communication with other people, and then also our own posture through the actions that we take during the day and how that affects us. So when you think about, is this thought moving me forward or backward? There's no neutral when it comes to T. Getting it right. Really elevating your perspective and stepping into full empowerment of my thoughts, my energy, and my actions are constantly producing some sort of result or outcome all the time. And are they producing the results and outcome I want? What you focus on will magnify, negative or positive. Love your comments in the chat, guys. Keep dropping them in there. Absolutely. So we have to really have that elevated perspective on what am I producing through my thoughts, my energy, my actions, period. Stop looking at other people, what they're doing, what they're saying, how they're acting and behaving, and how do I think this person feels, or how do I think that person, what do I think that person is thinking? None of that matters. None of that matters. Be fully empowered, take radical ownership of your own thoughts, energy, and action, and then you will see, after consistently doing this, you will see that your entire life, your relationships, your finances, your business, your team, your family, everything, your wellness, everything will drastically shift from the inside out for the better. So you're taking inventory of all of these things. You're going to steep yourself in the alignment of what you've previously set, the intention that we did this morning, on your thoughts, your energy, and your actions. And you're going to bring yourself back into that. Habit mastery. People ask me all the time, Laura, how do I change my habits? Laura, how do I change my habits? By changing yourself. You have to change yourself. Your habits are really, what that means is consistent behavior. Consistent behavior comes from who you identify yourself to be. People try to change their habits, and they try to change their beliefs. Then they try to, no, you have to change your identity. That's the root of it all. If I identify myself as XYZ, I'm going to believe this belief. I'm going to behave in this manner. I'm going to achieve these results. Only we hold that power to produce change. Absolutely. So many wait for others to rescue them. Oh yeah, that's a big one. So two things that I'm just gonna say right now is nobody else is gonna come and rescue you. And number two, stop being the person that needs rescuing. I'm gonna say it again. Stop being the person who needs rescuing. Just don't be a person that needs to be rescued. Live an empowered, intentional life. So many people blame others, but in reality, we need to hold ourselves responsible. Absolutely. Woo! Ownership equals empowerment. If I'm still blaming somebody else, that means I'm giving all the control to that person, place, or thing. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. Right? So we have to take ownership. When we own it, and it's not like I'm going to switch from blaming you to blaming me. When we just take ownership, then we have control to change it. So we're going to steep in our tea. We're going to go to our intention and we're going to align. Okay, what thoughts are going to be in alignment with that intention in such a powerful way? It creates results quickly. What energy is aligned with that intention that's going to produce results quickly? And what action is aligned with my intention that's going to produce results quickly? And so not only is it aligning our thoughts, our energy, and our actions with our intention for our goals, but it's aligning our thoughts, energy, and action with each other. Some people are thinking this over here, and they're working really, really, really hard over here, and they're working against each other. It's like tug of war. So you're aligning your thoughts, energy, and action with each other, making your life much easier, much more fulfilled, much more enjoyable. Can I get an amen? Yes, ownership equals empowerment. Mic drop. I love that. I'm so glad that you guys are getting value from this. If we steep with negativity in our tea, it will curdle. Ugh, yeah, gross. That's nasty. Absolutely. So this really is an elevated perspective on how you do you, how you live your life. This takes practice because you're rewiring things, and we teach that more in the boot camp too. Yeah, we'll get to that. So, but this is just the basics that you need in order to go and take that inventory, what's working, what's not working, and that radical ownership. If you don't have the life you want, woo, who's ready for this? Maybe I should turn this off and go home. Should I turn this off and go home? You want some more? Yes, I will. I will talk about that. Okay, so if you are in a situation, you're living your life and it's not what you want it to be, here's some ownership. You worked really hard to get there. Wherever you are, you have worked very hard over a consistent amount of time to get there. How? Right here. That's how. So change these and your life will change. Get intentional, become the creator, the designer, get out the marker, the paint, whatever you want to use, and start designing this. So can you talk about elevating your energy and what are some practical tips? Absolutely. So the easiest way for that I have seen work for so many of my students, just the fastest, easiest way is the awareness model that we use. So you have lined out your intention, you've laid out the alignment factors for it, you've done that homework, you've done that process. And so now you've identified what are the thought patterns that I need to have to move me forward, and the energy as well, and the action. And when you do the awareness method, you catch yourself when you're not in those in those patterns that you've already predetermined you need to be in. So when you catch yourself through that awareness, you bring yourself back to it, you re-elevate your status. You re-elevate your state. You say, oh, okay, so I caught myself with, like, complaining and not feeling good. I had that awareness. I reminded myself of what I'm supposed to be, that state I'm supposed to be in. And I take empowerment, I take control, and I put myself back in that state. So really, what do you need to make that happen? Discipline. Because people will catch themselves and then not do the work. Think, I'll do it later. So you have to catch yourself and actually put yourself back in that state. Did that answer your question? Awareness is key. The honesty to take power. Do you mean take power? Yeah, take power over it. Absolutely. Because there's no greater thing you can do for yourself than become aware of the states you are in, decide what state it would be beneficial for you to be in, and then just put yourself in that state. Self-discipline is the new sexy. I keep saying it. Indecision leads to being stagnant. Yep. But you know the truth, right? If you're going sideways, you're going backwards. There is no just staying still, because you're wasting time, not just for yourself, but your family. Think about your kids. Why would you waste any more of your time? It doesn't make any sense. Why are you getting in your own way? Why are you holding yourself back? People say, oh, these things are the things that hold me back, or I'm letting other people hold me back. You're the only thing holding yourself back. No one else has the power to do that. Of course, unless you've given the power to them. But if you can give your power away and call your power back, then aren't you again the only thing that has the power to get in your own way? That's radical thinking. That's radical ownership thinking. There's no exception. There's no gray area. This is the way that it is. See, the problem that I see so many people face are the options they give themselves. Option A, I can go to the gym because I have fitness goals. Option B, I can sit on the couch and have Thai food with my spouse. Why would you give yourself opposing options? It doesn't make sense. It could look like option A. This is what most people go with when they get in the boot camp. Option A, and this is just an example. Option A, I go to the gym and work out. Option B, I work out at my home. Now, if you have really stepped into your own empowerment and you have amazing and have exercised your self-discipline, then you don't give yourself any options. It's as simple as, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to fall in love with the process. I'm going to enjoy these juicy results. That's it. There's no plan B. There's no option B, C, D, E, F, G, none of that. This is what I'm going to do. Why? Because me going to the gym versus doing a home workout with my personal trainer is going to give me the best results. It's going to yield the most outstanding results versus working out at the gym, working out at home. And I'm going to take the best and be the best and nothing else. Are you guys liking this? Should I go home? Do I need to leave? Am I in the right room? Fall in love with the process. It's important. It's important. You have to fall in love with the process. It's like falling in love with learning about somebody new. Fall in love with learning about yourself. It's fun. It's a lot of fun. People don't commit because it takes too long or it's too hard. I'm going to argue you on that. People don't commit because they don't really, they either don't really want it. It's just an idea. It hasn't dropped down into the heart space yet. Okay, I'm going to add something on here really quickly. So somebody was saying mindset is everything. A lot of people are saying mindset is everything. No, it's not. No, it's not. I believe that the heart makes massive action. Because you can have any mindset you want, but when it comes to action, most people still won't do it. Take all these gurus. I've written 15 books and held 1,000 seminars. Put them in a room full of Marines and tell them to do what they do. And I don't think they'd take the action that they think they would. So I've experienced how far mindset will really take you. You got to have something bigger than that, than just having the right mindset. You got to have heart and soul. You got to feel your purpose in your blood. You got to feel it in your bones. So it's not, people will commit. I mean, I knew the Marine Corps was hard. I committed to it. So have thousands of other people. Oh, that's the hardest and the longest to achieve? I'm in, sign me up. So that right there totally distinguishes that excuse. Because before I went in the Marine Corps, I was just a regular civilian, right? What made me different? Well, becoming a Marine didn't make me different. I had to be different in order to decide and identify that that was for me, and then actually make it through it, make it a reality. Does that make sense? Is this making sense for you guys? Like, let me know if this is making sense. Okay, so elite people commit to hard, average people don't commit to hard. Well, I mean, in my experience, average people make excuses. Absolutely. I mean, it's not that they commit to what's hard. It's they don't care how hard it is if they know what they want and why they want it, and that they're going to make it happen no matter what. How hard it is, how long it takes, doesn't matter. They are not variables that matter, because they're going to do it regardless. Does that make sense? So the core belief needs to be in themselves and what they're out to accomplish. What it is that there's a bigger, to go after something that is deemed as hard or long. You have to understand like what you want to happen from achieving that goal. Does that make sense? Did that answer your question? Awesome. All right, I'm going to wrap this up. We went over a little bit. This is all the time we've got. I will see you guys inside the Facebook group. Make sure that you do your homework and post your videos up, and I'll answer the rest of the questions tonight, and we'll get to them in the Q&A tomorrow. I'll see you guys.